Hello and welcome back to another Jet2Go video. So today we're going to be looking at how to use CFPS as a Canadian private or commercial pilot. Anyone who's doing their training, it's basically just an introduction on how to use the website. So bit of background, CFPS is the replacer of AWS, and it's a little bit of a better website, I find, in terms of it compacts everything into one page where you can scroll down through it. So let's crack right on. What you can do at the top is enter your ICAL codes of your respective airports for your departure, your destination, and then selecting the columns, it's fairly self-explanatory: SIGMETs, AirMets, NOTAMs. You can load all that up, PIREPs, and upper wind. So upper wind is the equivalent of the FD. So you can see your winds at 3,000, 6,000, 9,000, etc., and your temperature. So that's all of that. METAR and TAF, if I was starting out using this website, I actually wouldn't load the METAR and TAF on this one. I would use an app called AeroWeather. Now, AeroWeather is a mobile app which can offer the raw format of a METAR and TAF and the decoded format, allowing better interpretation. So BC VFR route forecast is obviously very specific to British Columbia. So unless you're in that area, it's not going to be used. Next section is completely useless pretty much for pilots, in terms of why, like, you would hardly ever use it. It's nice from a meteorological point of view, but not from an aviation meteorological point of view. These are called analysis charts, and we'll load one up in an example here. We'll load up 700 millibar. So analysis means this time period has already occurred. So in this case, we're looking at the 12 Zulu. So the 12 Zulu was hours ago. It's currently 21 Zulu at the minute. So yeah, it's a long time ago. But you can see the general pattern of the day, what it was a few hours ago. Now, if you can now look at areas, the heights and the temperature, and you could show areas of instability and stability, etc. But yeah, that's just a meteorological point of view. It's not going to tell you cloud base, visibility, which is a pilot, which is what you're concerned about mainly, and icing and turbulence. So yeah, we're not going to be looking at the analysis charts. If anything, what's more useful is forecast prognostic charts for the upper levels, which we will look at in a future video. So forecasted upper level charts, let's say you're playing across country on Friday and you want to know, what's the weather going to be? It's Tuesday today, I don't know. The GFA is not showing me anything past pretty much 24 hours, and sorry, 18 hours, and I don't know, what am I doing now? Well, you could use on this website called Pivotal Weather, on a multitude of other websites. You can look at the upper air pattern to see roughly, is the weather going to be good, is the weather going to be bad, and with that you can see, obviously no, you can't determine cloud base at that point, but you can get a rough idea. So I'll be looking at it in a future video. Radar is very, very useful, both for VFR and IFR pilots. So we have, this is a ground radar, it's not radar on board the airplane, that's even more useful. But ground radar, what you can do is you can look at echo tops. So echo tops tell you the cloud top, very useful for an IFR pilot, or maybe someone that wanted to go VFR over the top. But yeah, echo tops, we'll load that up right now just to show you what this looks like. And here we go. So actually, let's do regional. So we have an example here of an echo top. We see this light green. That's probably around 13,000 feet. And that pops. That's top of the cloud. 13,000 there. So that's echo tops. Now we have the CAPI and the in rain or snow mode. So currently we're experiencing a very warm November in Manitoba. So we're kind of transitioning between the two, which is unusual. I'd expect the transition from rain to snow to be latest around 10th of November, but we're very delayed due to El Nino. So you're going to need to flip-flop between the two. In the transition months, in the warm season, obviously you use rain. In the cold season, obviously you use snow. Depending on your location, obviously in Vancouver, you're mainly getting rain. If you're out east, you're pretty much going to get snow along the same latitude. So yeah, you can have a look at it. Now, the only thing that's bad about radar is it doesn't show you. It can show you the. I'll explain this. The rates of precipitation if all the precipitation was rain. It can show you the rate of precipitation if all of the precipitation was snow. That's fine if the air is very mild, aka the 850 HPA temperature is above 0 degrees, and the surface temperature, and the or the 850 meteorological temperature is solidly below 0 degrees. So obviously you have all snow. So it's an issue when you get into transition. So because it's not an actual interpretation, what I like to use is Wonder Map. Now, this is not showing you exactly like it's actually snowing right here. I believe this is just an interpretation. So it should be snowing right here based on the current temperature values. So if we go to radar and then go to future, we can see, okay, it should be rain down here, should be snow up here. This is very useful for comparing this against the GFA, for example. Now, we'll do a full video on radar interpretation. But yeah, radar is highly useful, so keep that in mind. So I'd just like to provide a correction to what I said earlier about the equatops. So I should have said equatops does show cloud top, that is true, but cloud top within areas where precipitation is occurring. So it's specific for a few clouds, not all of the clouds in the atmosphere. Now, I noticed my mistake when I was pointing out your infrared imagery and then noticed that large discrepancy. So yeah, I should have made that very clear, because as you can see here, you might think, well, we have an infrared imagery showing -60 degrees, so a very high cloud top. Why isn't that shown on CFPS, the equatop radar? Well, because this precipitation is not occurring under it, or not readily, so we cannot get an idea of the cloud tops. However, we can see these bands here, they're starting to pop up, so there's some kind of precipitation associated with that, which is 20 to 30,000 feet. If we got proper tops, that would make sense. -62 is very cold. I expect it to be more like 43,000 feet. Because what do we do if we go to temperature, then go to 43? Yeah, that's about right. So it's very, very cold. So yeah, I just thought I'd point out that mistake there. But apart from that, let's continue on with the video. Satellite imagery, personally, I don't like to use on this website, but we'll crack onto the website which I do like to use, which is both College of DuPage and Windy. So Windy I find a little bit better. College of DuPage is a bit more technical, so we'll start off with Windy. Essentially, they show you the same things, but there's a lot more different things you can look at College of DuPage. So we'll start off with Windy. So Windy, if you go up to here, radar and satellite, click satellite. Also, there's a weather radar. Again, this only shows precipitation rates, not precipitation type. So on satellite, we can view infrared imagery. So we can view the cloud tops, and we can view visible imagery as well. So with this, I'll be doing a full video on it. But personally, it's much easier to view and learn and interpret on Windy compared to CFPS. We'll take a look at it just to show you what I mean. So there you go. It's very one area, it's black and white. It's not as good. And then you have visible satellite. It's all black and white. Yeah, I personally don't find it as good when you can have all the information worldwide on one screen. So yeah, that's that. And this is the most important part probably of this website, which is the GFA. So GFA, we can load clouds and weather and the turbulence and icing charts, and I'll be doing a full breakdown on that. But yeah, so I'll use that as normal. And significant weather as a VIF, as a private pilot, if you're not working for a company, you're not going to be using it really. I mean, unless your aircraft's going to go above 10,000 feet, which is rare. So yeah, unless you have some turbocharged plane, you're not gonna have it. As mid-level starts from 700 millibars technically, so approximately 10,000 feet. Surface depiction, good look at, but hasn't got it here. Not sure why with that one, but yeah, I don't use those features. Turbulence again is very high level, so it's flight level 280 to flight level 430, I believe. Not for us. Us little plane pilots. And wind again, useless products in my opinion. It's just showing you the wind barbs for the various, I think, these locations with upper air data available. And yeah, the FDs, yeah. So it's just in a graphical format compared to a textual format, and it doesn't even show the actual degrees true direction. So yeah, useless. Wind is better. You want to see wind at upper levels? Come here, click wind, click 3,000 feet, done, boom. You got your wind. So yeah, that's that. And yeah, that's all of CFPS. So as I said, this is a run through of what I use, what's useful, what's not useful, so you can quickly ignore the things that aren't there, that aren't applicable to you. And yeah, so next video we're going to start to look at the GFA in detail. So I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Goodbye.